Hey, foodie gang, what is going on? What is going on? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you guys are having a great one. And we should all definitely be enjoying this day. Welcome back to the channel, season 3, episode 96. And so we are doing our Christmas marathon, and we have been here with back to back episodes. We only have 4 more episodes of our Christmas marathon. Today, we are going to be making Cajun butter roasted chicken. If you were here during Thanksgiving, I used the same recipe, but I used it on turkey. Today, I have 2 chickens here that I have washed and cleaned, and we are going to use this same seasoning. We're gonna make a compound butter, and we're gonna put it on our chickens, and we're gonna let them roast. But hit the like button on your way in. You can always support the show. Keep the stove warm by sending a super chat, hitting the Venmo or the PayPal. So let me walk you guys through the ingredients that I have here. But Merry Christmas, you guys. Shout out to the Foodie Gang for rocking with me for this Christmas marathon. We have already completed 6 episodes. This is going to be yeah, we've already completed 6. So, here we go. We got our parsley right here. And then I have 2 of these because this one's kind of empty. So I went to the store and I got a whole new one. But if you ever see this Cajun seasoning, or this is the one to get. This is the Cajun 2-step. This seasoning is one of my favorite Cajun seasonings. And I use another Cajun seasoning called Slap Your Mama. But I feel that Slap Your Mama can become too salty. But this Cajun seasoning is perfect. And we also have our butter here. We're going to mix all of these ingredients with our butter. And I almost forgot something, the garlic. And then I have 2 chickens here. So let me grab the garlic, the fresh garlic. Okay, last night we prepped out our garlic, we peeled it, and we put it in the food processor, and we grind it up. So we're gonna make a compound butter. I am gonna get my gloves on just because anytime you're handling meat, or everyone is different, but when I'm handling meat, I like to wear gloves so that my hands are not touching the meat. But after I take my gloves off, I still wash my hands. Very, very important. But I like to use gloves when I'm handling meat. And one of the things, okay, so we're gonna make the compound butter, and then before we put the compound butter on the chickens, I'm gonna take a paper towel and pat my chicken dry, just so that the compound butter sticks to the chicken a little bit better. So I'm gonna move these over here, and this is my baking dish for my chickens. So this is the big one right here. So I'm gonna move my chickens back over here. Okay, and we are gonna get started on the compound butter. So compound butter is really great, especially for chickens, turkeys. They even use it for steak. Compound butter is really good. It's like if you're gonna put butter and seasoning on your chicken or turkey, you can just put it all together, make a really good butter, and then rub the chicken down with the compound butter. So you want to use softened butter, so you can take the butter out overnight and just let it get soft. And the reason why you want it to be soft is so that you're able to mix it. So we're gonna put our butter in here. Butter is gonna go in. Let me switch up. Okay, so we're gonna put our butter in here. But Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Are you guys ready for today? Ava has not gotten up yet, so we have not opened gifts yet. And I was trying to be super, super quiet so I can at least get one of these live streams out of the way before she gets up. And she normally wakes up early, but because it is winter break and she has been going to sleep a little bit later, she will like sleep to like 10. And honestly, 10 a.m. is late for her. She's normally up at like 7 or 8. When she goes over at my sister's house, they always make a joke because Ava wakes up super, super early. So, glad she's still asleep. Give me a little bit of time. When I got up this morning, and when I wake up in the morning, I like to sit on the couch and kind of wake up before I have to hop into mommy mode. And so now we are going to we got our softened butter in here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out a whole bunch of Cajun seasoning. And when I do the compound butter, I like to rub my chicken down and then I'll come back and then I'll sprinkle a little bit more Cajun seasoning on top. You guys, I'm telling you, the key to good food is plenty of seasoning. And when I use this Cajun seasoning, I don't use salt because Cajun seasoning already has salt in it most of the times. And most of your seasonings that you guys are going to use are already going to have salt in there. Some of them are salt free, and if it is salt free, it'll say that it's salt free. So, that Cajun seasoning is empty like I suspected. And so I got another one. This is the Cajun two-step Cajun seasoning. Really great Cajun seasoning. And ever since I tried this one, it has been my go-to Cajun seasoning. And the reason why I like to wear gloves, not only when I handle chicken, but when I'm making compound butter, because the butter can become really, really messy. And so you're going to put a lot of Cajun seasoning in here, because you want to keep in mind that this seasoning or this compound butter is going to have to cover the whole chicken or turkey. You can do this same recipe with chicken or turkey. I did the same recipe with turkey for Thanksgiving, but I wanted to give it a try with chicken. I had two whole chickens in the freezer, and I was like, you know what? Let me use these up. So, and then we're going to put a little bit of parsley in there too. Not really for flavor, but just to give it a, just to make it look really good. Look very, very nice. And then we're also going to put some of our fresh garlic in there as well. That we grind up last night. And let me just peek at my recipes really quick. Okay, because I want to make sure that my measurements are right. So, So got my garlic. I'm just gonna put some in here. And we are doing a Cajun butter roasted chicken. Okay, so I got my garlic in there. And now I'm just gonna give this just gonna stir this up really, really quick. I might have to change to a spoon, y'all. Sometimes when you cook, you don't know what you're going to need until you're doing it. So, I'm going to get a spoon out. I'll get a spoon out. We're going to get right to it. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, this is much better. And you guys can see when I'm mixing it, it's pretty much like turning red. It's pretty much red just because it has all that Cajun seasoning in there. This is going to be so good. When I made my Cajun butter roasted turkey, it was a really big hit. Everyone really loved it. So now I'm going to try that same recipe on my 2 chickens. And we're going to rub those down here in a second. In a little bit. But how is everyone doing today? I'm just going to cover this garlic. The reason why I like to prep out a lot of garlic is because I use the garlic a lot. And instead of me having to cut it all the time, I like to just do a lot at once and just make it easier. So, you can see. And you see how why the butter has to be soft? It's already hard enough to mix the butter when it's soft. So when it's hard, it's not gonna mix. Leave the butter out at room temp and let it, get warm so that you can add your seasonings in here. And I just keep this one really simple. I have butter here, parsley, and then Cajun seasoning. Okay, our butter is almost ready. Y'all see, giving that a mix in there. You can smell like all the Cajun, flavors. You can smell the garlic in there. So, and it is gonna get messy, so just be prepared for that. It's gonna get messy, but I'm telling you, Foodie Gang, it's worth it. Okay, so this is the Cajun seasoning that I'm using. The Cajun 2-step. Get this Cajun seasoning. It is good. You will not be disappointed. And I have a little bit of Cajun seasoning here still. I'm going to sprinkle the top or the outside of the chicken after I rub it down with the butter. And I'm kind of just going to come back and try to clean this up a little bit. And then we are going to get our chickens out back over here. I showed you guys them in the beginning. We're going to take a paper towel and we're going to pat the skins of our chickens dry. And try to get it as dry as possible so that when we put the butter on there, it sticks better. Okay, here we go. So let me just clean this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. We got that. Okay, so we got our compound butter here. This is our baking dish that we are going to bake our chickens in. And this dish is kind of close together, so I'm not really too concerned about trusting my my chicken. I keep saying turkey, but I really mean chicken. And what that means is when you trust a chicken or a turkey, that means that you get kitchen twine and you tie it together so that the legs and the wings are closer to the body. But my baking dish is going to, kind of do that job of that. It's going to pack these chickens in here very close, so I'm not worried about trusting it. And let me grab our chickens. This is a big one right here. Okay. And you want to be very, very careful during the step. You want to make sure that you're washing your hands. you're cleaning up the counters. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to pat the chicken dry just to kind of dry out that skin. So yes, you want to be cleaner on this step after you deal with chicken. You want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you're cleaning everything up. Kitchen sanitation is very, very important. Oh my God, have you guys ever seen that video where I think it was a turkey and it's like twerking? Have y'all ever seen that video on social media? It is so hilarious. But I just thought of that when I lifted this up. And so there we go with that one. And you know, you can't get all the moisture off, but you just want to get off as much as possible. I do not like this part. Like, I really don't like cleaning off my turkey. I don't know. The chickens were not as bad because they don't have. You know how when you clean the turkey off, it has the pack of, I think it's gizzards, and the neck is in there. I don't like that part. But the chicken was a little bit better, but I'm just really not a fan. Like, I don't think I could ever work on like a ranch where they're growing chickens. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to like butcher meat and all of that stuff. And then it's like if I raise an animal, I am not gonna just be able to eat it one day. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm too nice of a person. So we're just gonna try to get off as much moisture as we can. And then we're gonna take our Cajun compound butter that we put together and we are just gonna rub our chicken down really, really good. And after I am done with this process, I am going to make sure that I clean my counters off and I clean my sink off. And, you know, that's very important that you want to clean. That's why I like to do, like, my chicken or my turkey. When I do it, I make sure that I don't have anything else on the counters. I make sure, like, all my ready-to-eat food is away from this. And then we're just going to take our butter and we are just going to rub down all over our chicken. We're going to rub down the butter all over our chicken. This one is a big one right here. Okay. So now we're going to take our butter and we are just going to rub down our chicken all over. I'm even gonna try to put some butter underneath the skin. And this is why I like to have gloves on, because this does get kind of messy. And so I like to have my gloves on. And then I'm gonna see if I can lift up the skin, and I'm going to put some butter underneath the skin. And yes, when this does get messy, so just keep that in mind. Just be ready for it. It does get kind of messy. A lot of times, there's like a little layer connecting the skin to the breast. And you can just kind of run your finger underneath and kind of break it up. Yo, I'll be up in here cooking. Hit the like button, Foodie Gang. Hit the like button. And then I'm going to lift it up and see if I can put any butter on the back of it. And then I'm going to make sure I put some butter. Just, you know, everywhere. And then what I like to do also when I get my chicken in the pan, I will add some more Cajun seasoning to the top of it. See if this is gonna work out. Yes, hey Hawk, how are you doing? Girl, I am making some Cajun butter roasted chicken. I did the same recipe, but I did it with turkey. And I had two chickens in the freezer. And so I was like, you know what? Roasted chicken is so good. Let me do, my same recipe on chicken. And so I am just rubbing it down. Merry Christmas to y'all. How's everyone's day going so far? Um, Mine kind of just started. Like I haven't even eaten breakfast. When I wake up in the morning, I have to kind of wait a while. So like I don't really feel like super hungry when I first wake up. So I kind of just have my coffee. I sit down on the couch. I popped into another live stream. And so, yeah, I haven't even eaten yet. But if you were here yesterday, I made some Christmas pancakes and I have some leftover pancakes in the fridge. So I'll probably, pop those in the microwave, eat those, just something quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next live stream is gonna be my garlic herb smothered turkey. We are gonna make gravy on live again. Cause I want you guys to know how to make gravy. And I have some turkey left over that I popped in the freezer. If you have a lot of leftovers during the holidays and you're not able to pass them out to to people that are less fortunate, you can always freeze your leftovers and then you can do that. Or if you are a kind-hearted person and you want to feed the homeless and you're able to, feel free to do that as well. Or if you're someone that has a big family and you don't want to, you know that you're gonna need that food, just pop it in the freezer, put it in a freezer safe bag, put it in the freezer for next time. Okay, so I am just going to. So when you lift up the skin, there's like a little layer of like film, and I'm just breaking that up, and I'm putting a little bit of butter underneath the skin. And like I said, this is going to get messy. So just be ready, be prepared for it. It's going to be messy. It's a messy one. Okay, so I got my chickens here. I'm going to take these gloves off. I'm going to get my baking dish, put another pair of gloves on, and then we're going to get our our chickens set up in the baking dish. And then this is the baking dish right here. But Merry Christmas, Foodie Gang. It has been a long week. We've done a lot of live streams in a short amount of time. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Shout out to the moderators for this week because it has been a busy week. Okay, and then when I bake these, I'm going to put a pan underneath this just to be on the safe side, just to make sure. I'm just going to readjust these. Ooh, these chickens is juicy. Okay. They're twins. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna do um 400 degrees for maybe about an hour and a half. Then I'm gonna cover it with foil too, and then do 400. I think it's 375 for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to probably take the foil off, look at my chickens, and let them brown. But I will let you guys know. Do not worry. But and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my gloves off. I'm gonna wash my hands. Give my hands a rinse. And I'm gonna come back in with some more Cajun seasoning and put it on top. So and when these turkeys cook, they are gonna shrink. And I'm gonna keep an eye on any liquid that comes out of it. And I believe I have a turkey baster. And what I'll do is I'll take some of the liquid out if it's like too much. So I'm gonna put a little bit more seasoning on top. Okay, y'all. I think we about good on the seasoning. And so, I need to get some more foil. I think I'm going to call my sister and have her bring me some more foil. So, this is going to be our Cajun butter roasted chicken. And, yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Okay, y'all. It's heavy. It is heavy. Okay, so we're going to cover it in foil. Pop it in the oven. And Lomax said, Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas, Foodie Gang. And Happy New Year. It is about to be 2025. So crazy, right? So crazy. But I hope you guys have a great day. Eat great food as well. And just be happy. Okay, I'm looking back and I'm waiting for my daughter to wake up so that we can open gifts. Okay. And Jean said, or that's it right, that Janine said, that's going to be juicy. Yes, it sure is. And my pan, I didn't think it would be this full. It is pretty full, so I am going to be keeping an eye on it to make sure that there's not too much liquid. And but if there is, I'm going to take some of the liquid out periodically and save that for the gravy that we are going to make. Um, yes. So, oh, this is super, super heavy. Okay, and I already have the oven on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure that I clean up everything really, really good just because I did have raw chicken here. And so you want to make sure you're cleaning up very, very well. So. But how is everybody doing today? So I got my wipes right here. We're gonna clean this up. And then I will be seeing you guys soon. I'm gonna do another live stream where I'm gonna make gravy for you guys. I'm trying to fly around. And I'm gonna be showing you guys my recipe for my gravy. And we are going to be, we have some turkey left over from Thanksgiving. We are gonna bake that in the oven, and then we're gonna make a gravy. And then we are just gonna pour our gravy over the turkey. It is going to be so good. But we just did our Cajun butter roasted turkey. We made a Cajun compound butter, and we rubbed our turkeys down with the Cajun compound butter. We put it in the baking dish, and now it is ready to go in the oven. And I am just wiping everything down. I'm gonna wash some dishes here. Probably drink some more coffee. Probably drink some more coffee. But I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna wash some dishes. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. And I will be showing you guys how our chicken turns out in the next live stream or the one after that. Tune back in for the garlic herb smothered turkey. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to y'all for hitting that like button. Shout out to the moderators. It has been a long week, and we have just been chugging along, continuing to do these live streams. So, thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas. I am just gonna clean up now, but thank you guys all so much for tuning in and spending some of your Christmas with me. It is greatly appreciated. That's all for this live stream. I'm just gonna clean up. I know y'all don't want to watch me clean up, so With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, Foodie Gang. I will see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. There we go. I'm doing it right. Okay. I'll see you guys in a little bit.